Hey, what's up, guys? So after that horrendous Frontier Hunter Season 10 episode that we did here on Terminus, we're going to go back in here and do it again, and hopefully we don't screw it up this time. So in Elza Friend, we're using Zelnite as our lead. We have changed it up just a little bit here. We got Lario to Super Brave Burst, so he has a 40-hit combo. So we replaced our Orna to do more spark damage. So we are going in like that. And we did get a new high score as well. We've gone all the way up to 2.1 million points. You can see right there, 2.12. And that was with this combination last night. So here we go, same basic setup. Sheeta to give you all of the elemental boosts. You have Maxwell, you have Elza, you have Sheera for mitigation. And now you have Zelnite and Lario in there just for extra hits. Zelnite to help you keep your Brave Burst up. Lario to do 40 massive hit or 40 hits. They aren't massive. His Super Brave Burst is actually level 1 as well. And that's sort of by design, because the lower his Super Brave Burst is, the less damage he does. So that means the more hits that we can do. And that right there will get you more points, I believe. Again, I am no expert on this. This is just what I've come across in the experiences of playing. So for this setup, we are going to kill 3 turns. We're killing most of these guys 3 turns, and we are going to try and do the multi-kill as well. So we're going to go Sheera there. We are going to use Lario as well. 40 hits, they are weak. So then everything else should be able to just pound away on Nevsky, just with a basic hit. It shouldn't kill Nevsky, and Magris shouldn't die either. So we could have probably done another Super Brave Burst for like Zelnite or Elza, but we didn't want to risk it. You don't want to. It's better to have them with some HP rather than risk it down to like the sliver, like right there, and you're like, oh my god, and not get the multi-kill bonus, because the multi-kill bonus is huge. So we are going the same kind of setup: Maxwell, Sheeta, Brave Burst, and then Auto, so that everyone else overlaps better because they are more precise and quicker with the sliding of the hand. So you notice our spark damage bonus at the end of the stages will be a lot higher than what we had last video. And that's thanks to Lario and his new 40 hits. You got to make sure that you unclick the auto button so you're ready for the next stage. So they're 23,000 in spark points. That's a huge amount of points. So the whole basic setup is Sheeta, Maxwell, Elza, Lario, Sheera, and then Zelnite to help fill up all the Brave Bursts at the end there. These guys, they don't have Anno break-ins. They have just kind of like, most of them have, he has a Lured gem, I believe. Same thing, he has one of the Christmas Spears. I believe he has the Christmas Spear as well. And that's so they can get more HP so they don't die. And then they also get some more Brave Crystals as well. I forget what Maxwell has on him, but we aren't using the Anno Break-ins, the 75% attack, because we don't want to kill them in one turn, and we don't want to do all that extra unnecessary damage. So here we definitely going to want to kill these guys because they do some funky stuff after turn 2. So we are going to go full out killing them. Oh, and then on the first stage, we probably should have popped an attack elixir. That would have helped our damage a little bit. It doesn't do a great deal, but every little bit helps. So right there, make sure that you take the auto off. and you'll see we'll have a huge amount of spark damage here points. $45,000 in spark. That is one of my highest spark damage points that we've gotten so far. That's a lot of points right there, guys. So this level kind of sucks. You can't, I mean, this team can't kill it in one turn, which would be nice because you get a lot more points for killing it in one turn. And you'd be able to actually Brave Burst through it. Versus what we do is we just Brave Burst the first time to get it weak. And then we auto attack it down. See, sometimes you can come close, sometimes it's about like 50% life, and that's got a lot to do with the crit chance because Maxwell gives a crit buff. So if people start critting, they do a lot more damage. You can see our guys don't have super Brave Burst for the most part. We are going to go ahead and use Shira just in case he survives. He shouldn't, but just in case. And then we might also get the Brave Burst kill using Shira, which gives us additional points. We have no worries about the Brave Crystals for Shira, because if we don't have Shira, we can always use Sheeta first like we normally do to give her 10 Brave Crystals, and then if she still doesn't have her Super Brave Burst, then we can use Zelnite before Shira on the next stage. And then so right there you would get a total of 18 extra Brave Crystals, which would pretty much guarantee that Shira has her Super Brave Burst. So again, we'll start off with Sheeta, Maxwell. So Shira didn't get her Super Brave Burst, so we are going to have to use Zelnite first. So we're going to use Zelnite now. We're going to wait just a second. Let her get her Super Brave Burst. Super Brave Burst with Shira. So now everyone gets an attack bonus as well. And see, that's what I mean. So Shira didn't have to be at full Brave Burst with this team setup. So we are going to go for the 3-turn kill, and we are going to drop these guys' HP down a lot more. You can see there's still about 25% here on Elu, and about 50% here on Garnon. So what we are going to do is we are going to do a Shira, and then a Lario, and then everyone else is going to go after Garna. And you'll notice that brings down Elu just about dead, and Gardener about 25%, which can't really do anything else about that. We hit him as hard as we possibly could, and if we would have done another Brave Burst, we would have killed Elu, which would have definitely screwed up our points. So we have to do this manually, because we want to use Shira's Brave Burst, because there's no way, even with Zelnite's extra boost, that Shira is going to get her super. We don't necessarily need Shira anymore. We just want to do the extra hits from Shira's Brave Burst rather than her auto attack. So this way you'll get a nice overkill bonus, you'll get a nice spark bonus, and everyone will be completely filled up for the next stage. So 31,000 in sparks is a lot. 46,000 in overkill is pretty nice as well. And that's why you knock those guys down as very close to death, but you don't want to kill them. And it's hard to gauge sometimes because you have a crit buffer with Maxwell. So if we had a different 30+ hit unit that was ready to go, we would probably take Maxwell out and swap him for him. But currently we don't have anyone else available. We are currently working up another Lario, so we might swap Maxwell out for Lario, but then we might run into damage problems and we may not be able to kill these guys in 3 turns. So see, a very, very good job on 2 of them. And then Iru, he's still got about 50% life. So we are going to target Iru just in case my theory of whoever you target gets the most amount of damage is true. And it doesn't hurt to try that. So everyone has their super, so we can go ahead and actually auto this. Maxwell and Sheeta first, and then the rest auto, so we'll get that extra spark bonuses. Because again, the auto feature is a lot better sparker than I am personally. If you are really, really good at sparking, don't use the auto feature. But if you aren't, if you have lag and delay between swiping your characters and you don't seem to get huge spark damage bonuses, try the auto button feature and make sure you take it off after everyone attacks so you can command your heroes in the next stage. You will get a lot of spark damage bonus points. As you can see here, we got 48,000 in spark bonus points right there. That is tremendous. We're already at 1.6 million right now, and we have one more stage to go. So we may be setting a new record here, guys. Oh, he only Brave Bursts. That really sucks. That's going to hurt our points right there. That may prevent us from getting our new record. So that was a fat finger misclick. Instead of using his super, Lario only used his Brave Burst. Yep, so definitely a big fat finger screw up right there. So hopefully we can still kill him in 3 turns. You can see it's going to be a lot less damage this turn because we don't have Super Brave Burst for hardly anyone. I don't think anyone actually had a Super Brave Burst. So we are going on the RNG chances now, hoping for crits, hoping for extra damage. Thankfully this time we have Zell Knight with his Super Brave Burst up, so he can boost up everyone. And don't die! Oh, very close. 111 life. That's the downside of bringing in Lario, and why we put on a HP boosting spear, because he is weak to fire. He has low HP as like 5,700, 800 HP, so he can die if he gets targeted a lot by Auron. So we're going to go ahead and Zell Knight first. Didn't give anyone their supers. And we were hoping that we can kill him in this turn. And yes, we did. So now we're going to see if we got a new record here. I don't think we did, just because we messed up on that Super Brave Burst for Lario. Yeah. And that's a really, really big shame and disappointment right there. So 120,000 there. Yeah, you get around 210,000, so we're not going to get a record. And we might have been really, really close if we did get that Super Brave Burst off with Lario. See, 2 million points right there, 410,000 Frontier Service points, a great, great service record, and so now that's helped us propel us all the way up into the top 2,000 points, and I apologize for the ice cubes in the background.